What's up, YouTube? This is Carlos Telemontes here with
I'm Jack Pruit.
bro. And what did you do today?
So I top 8'd the Santa Clara Regional playing pure Blitzclique.
Yeah, bro. And like, weren't you the only one up there?
To my knowledge, I was definitely the only one playing pure. There was several people playing the Ryziel version. I was playing Ryziel until about 2 weeks ago. And then I got cooked by Droll like 400 times in a row. So I was like, these cards aren't the way.
Oh man, we're super excited for you, bro. Super happy for you, and congrats. So
Thank you.
Any shout outs?
Shout out to Kurt, Anthony, Tommy, all of the boys, all of them. I guess all of Max Locals. They're all the boys now. We're growing a little bit. Shout out to my dad. He's probably not gonna watch this, but shout out to my dad. He supports me playing this shit forever.
You can clip this and then send it to him.
Oh, I will.
All right, let's get into it.
All right. So for the Blitzclique monsters, I played 3 Crackle. So he's the turn 0 play. He lets you be always on turn 1, even if you are playing turn 2. He's really good going second. Typically in game 2 or game 2s that I know I'm going first. Say if I've lost game 1, I will side it down because he only activates on your opponent's turn. Following that, I have 3 Surge. Surge is the monster pop, and then it searches a monster if a card is destroyed while it's in the zone. Crackle Foolish is a Blitzclique spell or trap.
Very nice.
All right.
And they're Starlight, so they resolved all day, right?
Yeah, always. Following that, we got 3 Green. He's the spell and trap popper. And then when he's on the field and something gets destroyed, you got to add a spell. Then our final little guy is Emmy. She's awful, but she's super necessary. Game 1, round 1, I get to win the dice roll, and I open the one card you can't draw as my first card of the day. And I was expecting, it's one of those days where it's just not going to be my favorite. Thankfully, I was able to go through and fix all of that, because she does do stuff, just not by herself.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, we got asked what our favorite effect monsters were, and I felt like the crazy person because I said a brand new card from this new set. My favorite effect monster now is Whisker.
Dude, this card is crazy.
This feels like playing make-believe. You get to, as a quick effect, summon this guy, or you don't even have to summon him. You can summon up to 3 Thunders and then destroy that many cards. He doesn't have to be one of them. So you can save it and do it again on the next turn. And on top of that, he's a monster negate for anywhere that an effect that activates anywhere other than the hand, which is sort of crazy. You get to stop, and it destroys the card typically. Well, now proc all of these guys. And the way that he functions, he summons then destroys the cards, and it's non-targeting. So as he resolves, you're going to destroy those cards and be able to proc all of these other effects to gain effects.
Yeah.
And then for our non-engine monsters.
And again, more Starlights.
No, I'm not that cool. 3 Harmonia. This card was crazy. So Harmonia Crackle lets you do full combo. You always want to Crackle first because then once you Harmonia, it triggers the Crackle to Foolish. Harmonia has so many neat applications with what you send in this deck that these are like cards that people would probably not even think about. Oh, yeah, it's something you can play. No, these are cards that you should be playing. If you're playing Harmonia, you should be playing these cards. Following that, I believe in the king.
Yeah.
This card, you do not turbo out to this card. I know that some people are like, you just Thunder King turbo. No, you Thunder King when it wins you the game. You don't Thunder King till it wins you the game, because it turns off all of your searches. So it's two-sided. It's not just a floodgate for your opponent. It's a floodgate for yourself. Now,
I've seen you drop this a couple of times.
I did. I summoned him a decent amount of times. And at the end of the day, sometimes when your hand's awful, you get hand trapped, you have the field spell up, you go, I summon Thunder King. He's 24 now, because the field spell that we'll get to later just boosts these guys for some reason. And then following that, our hand traps that typically don't stick on the field, we have 3 Ash, because Perulia cooks this a little bit. You can make choices to not lose to the Perulia, but it's also nice to have it for the Perulia. It's also nice to have for just another point of interaction. Following that, I played 2 Ghost Ogre for the same thing as the Harmonia. If you Ghost Ogre after you've crackled, it lets you Foolish, and you get to search out whatever cards you need. It's crazy. And then our final, like, true hand trap is, I played 3 Perulia, because if you do that first, either they're going to pass turn, they're going to give you 1 card. Earlier, somebody gave me 4. It was sort of crazy. Don't ever give somebody 4 Perulia. Don't do it.
Do you ever want to feel?
So I actually am not playing Fu at all in this. I felt like all of the decks that wanted you would Fua and get that same reaction, you get this and you're going to get the same amount of guarantee. If you play against Cool Tune, you do this, you're going to get 1, 2. If they're really bold, you can get 3. If you Fua a Cool Tune player, they might give you 1.
Yeah.
And then our final monster in the main deck, 1 Magma. This card searched out Phaedralis. He also is just sort of a neat little interaction here with the next card. The next card is Hide Out in the Sky, Coulomb. This card is what a field spell should be. This card does everything you need. It recycles itself. The only problem with this is if you draw multiple field spells, this is 1 card you can't just use as another card to destroy over and over again. Because like you only need the 1. If it gets hand trapped, now you can't use it. It can't really be popped for any bonuses. Like, it's a little funky. But this also makes all of your guys that are special summoned from the hand or normal summon gain 500 attack and defense. It's not all Thunders, not all Blitzclique. It's all monsters, normal or special from the hand. So when you're making a Harmonia, this Harmonia is not a 25 2K. It's a Blue Eyes. When you resolve your Magnemite, he's not just Magnemite. He's a Blue Eyes. And I'll be real, people love Blue Eyes because that card's ginormous. These cards are all ginormous and aren't vanillas.
I mean, White Lightning, right?
Exactly. Following that, for the other spells that are Blitzclique, gotta play through Breakaway. This card's so crazy. So it has 2 effects. 1 to place a continuous Blitzclique trap face up. The other one is to bounce at 4 cost a Thunder monster you control. Clarify, Thunder monster. So once you've locked yourself in with Thunder King, you can bounce it back to pop a card and then have Thunder King not on the field, so then you can resolve, and then you can Thunder King later on. And then if it's in the graveyard and a card gets destroyed by a Blitzclique, it just pops it back to your hand. So it lets you chain block all of these effects as well. It's really neat. This is a card that if you play Blitzclique, you probably don't play, but you should, especially in Pure. This card lets all of your 3-card combos be 2-card combos. So when you activate this card, it does nothing. So if a card is destroyed by a Blitzclique card, you can target a Thunder in your grave and you can add it back to your hand. The second effect of this card is if it's on the field, you can special a Thunder from your hand, then it blows itself up. So it triggers all of these effects that you need normally to destroy something. It destroys itself, so you get to do that effect. It also is a Blitzclique card being destroyed by a Blitzclique card. It lets you resolve Whisker.
Yep.
And then in the graveyard, like the other spells, I didn't say it for the field spell. The field spell also adds itself back. I also didn't talk about the field spell donating. So the way the field spell works is you get to give your opponent a token and then search. So there's applications for this as well. If you're playing against Elf Note, you can give them a token in the center column, and then they're just stuck with that, and they have to work around it, which they can, but then they're not making the optimal first action, which is something you need to do to not get snowballed by this deck. Then our final, or not our final, but now to our non-Blitzclique spells. I'm playing F and V. Fall in the Virtues. This card's crazy. It replaces itself. It does so many neat things. It triggers all the effects. Thank you, bud. Thank you, bud. It replaces itself. Sometimes you just need to blow up your trap. And like you blow up the trap just to start comboing. And then our last card is Foolish Burial Goods. This card foolishes the traps and lets you start. It lets you also, if you want to have something to chain block, you can send one of those cards, so when you're resolving the effects, you can add as the last chain that card back. And then for our traps, we play 2 Alternator. So this card says a continuous effect of your opponent's monsters all lose 300 attack for each Thunder you control. And it adds up really fast. 1,500's a lot. This card affects Black Chaos, because Black Chaos, the roll-eyed card, says by activate effect. So it just makes them small, so your Whiskers just walk over them. And then our final card is Blitzclique Return Stroke. This card protects all of your Blitzclique from being destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And then, once per turn, you can return a Blitzclique monster to your hand and then negate a spell or spell effect. And then when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to target a Blitzclique monster in your grave or field to bounce it back to your hand. Which you get to do that, and you can trigger off your Emmy, because if she gets added to your hand in any way, she triggers. So it lets you combo from there as well.
Very nice.
And that's all of me. It's 42. You probably could cut it down, but I wanted every single card in this list. There was nothing that I didn't feel was necessary.
Shoot, and the results came, right?
Yeah, true.
Come on.
All right, and then for our extra deck, we have a bunch of drawless targets. So I played 2 Malong. I'll be honest, I never used this card at all today. Now, a card I did use a lot today. And this is a card that people might not be playing. Prima Donna. This card says if it's sent to the graveyard, you can return a banished card. It doesn't have to be your opponent's. So if you've activated your traps and you don't have access to them anymore, if you use Prima Donna when it gets sent by Harmonia, you can shuffle this back into your deck and then you have access to them again.
Resourceful.
It's the same thing. Say if you get stopped and you get your extract ripped by the Hyper Invoked and they rip all of your FMV targets. Typically you'll have one. You'll see because how my list is. So we can like always have an FMV, and then it can recycle back. If they hit the Ecclesia, you can recycle the Ecclesia. Then if you FMV, you can have those cards back because it recycles back from the banish. It's crazy. And then I played one Pegasus. I really sent to the graveyard just as a deterrent. It never actually was important for an action. Following that, 2 other targets for Harmonia were Omega and Packpick. Packpick is really cool because it has multiple applications. So obviously, to use this effect, it doesn't cost, but it's part of the effect. You send them to the graveyard. So if you go first and you have your traps in the graveyard and you Harmonia, you can send Packpick. And even if you don't want to put something in their spell and trap zone, it can send itself there. So you can do that and then send your trap and have the trap live to search on your turn or your opponent's turn if you're going second. And then Packpit's there as a card that you can blow up to trigger all of your Blitzclique. It was crazy. I'll be honest, I probably would have played a second Packpit. It didn't come up, but I initially planned on playing 2, just because if it gets banished, it's sort of a relevant card that you might want. All right. And then I have 3 really weird cards that you can make. Would you ever make them? Did I ever make them today? No, but they're neat cards you can sort of make with the Harmonias. So Emmy's a 1, so you can make Crimson Blader.
Oh, snap.
And Crimson Blader says if you destroy a monster by battle, your opponent can't normal or special summon 5 or higher. I think that people in this format might like summoning cards that are level 5 or higher right now. It's sort of crazy.
Bro, you didn't call back to the Dragon Roller days.
Exactly. And then following that, I played 1 Shinshin. Dude, macro is really annoying. Yeah, it turns off my cards, but it also like turns off your guys' cards. Sort of crazy.
But you have the big gun.
Yeah. And then the last card, I put in Pep, dude. Because Harmonia plus a level 4. So if you have these dead Charmies after it and you Harmonia for some reason, you can just normal summon the Harmonia, or normal summon it and make this guy. If they've done any damage to you, he's just the biggest pain to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
And then our 4 FNV targets. So I played 3 Albion and Ecclesia. So that way, if they double ripped from extra deck, that was the only way I wasn't getting to resolve at least 1.
Definitely.
And then our final card was Typhon. He's there. Never summon him, but he's there. He turns off Whisker. Whisker's my friend. Typhon's not my friend. So I'll always pick that guy over that guy.
Typhon got to chill on the regional map, though. That's all that
He
matters.
did. All right, and then for my side, this is another weird one that I worked on quite a bit. Some of these are like, yeah, obviously. So I played 2 Droll on the side. Why not? I played 2 Bell on the side. it has applications on a bunch of things. So like, I was like, it's not too bad. And I played 2 more Bestials, because you won't believe it, these guys are also just blue eyes once you summon in. And then I played 1 Kaiju, because I believe in Thunder King. I played every Thunder King that's in that I can play in this format, besides a 3rd original Thunder King. This card's really neat, because
Good to see you, brother.
you can, when you use this card to search any Thunder, he is a Thunder you can just search. And like, Step Later lets you grab him back. So if you pop him, you can just grab him back. And then I played 1 Feather Duster, and then I played a card because
I seen something right there.
I played a card because there's worlds where people were just gonna make me go first, and then I'm not playing that many back row, but people just loved activating Duster against me, all these spell and trap removals. So I was like, I want something chainable. So I played Silent Graveyard.
You mean Forbidden Graveyard? No, just erratic.
I got to Hush a chain link of 5 earlier. It was sort of sick. There is a big conflict with this. All of your cards that you want to add back in the graveyard, this says both players. So you just gotta hope that your field is where it is. All right, and then the 4 cards I genuinely sided every game I knew I was going first. I played 3 Strike. So the thing was, this blows up a card, triggers their effects. And then I played Judgment because it blows up a card and you get to search something after. It was crazy.
Man. Well, brother, yeah, super proud of you, man. Congratulations. Any last words? Any final shout outs?
Thank you again. Thank you to everyone that helped me with this. I put in a lot of work. I know it doesn't seem like this is the most basic deck, but sometimes if you play the most basic deck and you just play 1,000 games of the same boring basic deck, you know where you need to make your choices, and that's what you need to do with this deck.
Well, brother, again, super proud of you. Congratulations, you got your winners pack right there, bro. Can't wait to see what you pull from that. And yeah, man, congrats. Hope many more tops to come, right?
Yes.
All right, we out.
Thank you.